Hey everyone, it is Cinephile Mike, your friendly neighborhood cinephile, and I am here with day 41 of the 95 Days of Award Season Posts. And today I am going to talk about Nicholas Stoller's romantic comedy, Rose. Meet Bobby Lieber, perennial happy single podcaster based in New York City. He doesn't need a relationship. He's prided himself on being self-reliant and progressive. He loves his life, he loves his freedom, and he loves his independence. His primary focus is preparing for the opening of the LGBTQ plus museum in New York City. But then one night out at a party, he meets Aaron. And we all know how it goes from there. This film will follow all of the romantic comedy tropes, and we can all pretty much figure out how it will be in the end. And what is it that keeps these two apart, though, from coming together? That is the actual fun path we follow Bobby and Aaron on through the raves and thruples and a parade in P-Town, a crazy family Christmas gathering, and chocolate. Billy Eichner, who co-wrote and stars in the film as Bobby, plays into all the stereotypical tropes of the film. And he does this really well, but yet he doesn't downplay to the audience in any lesser way that oftentimes romantic comedies do. Instead, the story crafts a realistic portrayal of a couple who questions whether or not they are right for each other. And it's really grounded with a lot of the sight gags that pop up in a lot of your traditional rom-coms. There's no pratfalls, no gross out gag moments, no time saying, did that really just happen? Or, wow, they didn't really just say that, did they? No, it's a very refreshing take. And it is also, you have to say, peppered with some great cameos. Hi, Deborah Messing. But Eichner and Stoller craft a much more grounded comedy than some of the other laugh fests that Stoller has been a part of, like the 5-Year Engagement and Forgetting Sarah Marshall, which while they're good, they relied sometimes on a couple of grossed out moments or these broad comic strokes. And here the cast of the primary story underplays, which is nice. And also absent is that romantic comedy trope of the third party, the person who's going to keep them apart. That's not the challenge here. The challenge is, what is keeping these two apart? And is it each other? I have to say, Eichner's neurotic New York podcaster and activist is a spot-on portrayal, and it is a perfect pair to Luke McFarlane's laid-back, quiet estate lawyer. Their back and forth is so endearing that you can't help but root for them to work out. Now, outside of the romance, I have to say the comedy of the ensemble that works together in the LGBTQ museum, played with a lot of scene-chewing gusto by Dot Marie Jones, Jim Rash, T.S. Madison, Miss Lawrence, and Eve Lindley. When they're having these debates about what's going in the museum, what's not, and who's remembering which holiday, it breaks up the romance plot with a great aplomb that makes it very enjoyable to watch. Now, this film may not have a large awards future. In fact, its run may have ended with the Critics' Choice nomination it got for Best Comedy, which it lost to Glass Onion the other night. However, the script is uniquely original, and again, as I've said, a very refreshing take on the romantic comedy trope that I wish more scripts like this would enter the screenwriting category. I remember pulling hard for Trainwreck back in 2016. And I look forward to what Eichner and Stoller will give us next. Stoller had a great partnership working with Jason Segel with some of the films they did, so this can only be more incredible things to come. So, for this, refreshing take of the romantic comedy film, I give it a solid 4 out of 5 stars. It's a great distraction film to watch amongst a lot of the heavier award season fare, and it's nice to see something lighthearted. We don't always get enough of the lightheartedness. Now, as of this post, if you're interested in Catching Bros and you haven't seen it yet, you can stream it on Peacock, or it is available for rent on most digital platforms or physical copy at your local retailer. I will see you tomorrow for day 42 of the 95 Days Award Season pod posts. And until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying, take a break. and watch something new.